Hello everyone. Welcome to chapter 13 of SAI in My Thoughts. It is 12 noon. Dwarakamayi is filled with men, women and children. All the devotees, young and old, are eagerly waiting for the noon arati. It became a routine to perform arati to Sai. Bapu Sahib Jog preparing things to start the arati. All the musicians holding their respective instruments and waiting for their turn. The time came and everyone chanted with one voice, Sri Sachidananda Sadguru Sainath Maharaj Ki Jai, and started to sing the arati. We do arati to you, Sai Baba, the giver of happiness to all. Give refuge to the downtrodden devotees who are at your feet. We do arati to you, Sai Baba. Burn the desires to the seekers of self. Teach them the way to get moksha. With their own eyes, they see the Lord Vishnu. We do arati to you, Sai Baba. You grant suitable experiences to everybody in accordance with their faith and devotion. Oh, the merciful one, such is your way. Arati to you, Sai Baba. They completed the arati. Sai is pleased. He smiled at them. Meanwhile, a young boy asked Sai, referring an old woman who sat in a corner of Dwarakamayi. See, Baba, she closed her eyes and is chanting something continuously, even at the time of arati. Do we call it as bhakti? Sai laughed loudly and said, She is a great devotee of Lord Rama. She is always chanting Hare Ram, even in her sleep. It is one type of bhakti. Okay, my young lad, tell me what type of bhakti you are following. Can you check yourself? Sai, even I don't know in how many ways we can show our bhakti. How can I tell? Please forgive me and teach me. The boy asked politely with folded hands. Sai smiled and said, Sure, my dear, I am here to show the right way. When one is curious to know the way, I am more curious to guide. People nodded their heads with happiness. Yes, Baba, if you explain the way in which we have to show our bhakti towards God, we will be very grateful to you. I am very happy that you all are curious about reaching God through Bhakti Marg. I will definitely explain. Listen carefully and understand. Sai continued. There are 9 ways to show your bhakti. Whatever may be the way, the ultimate goal is to reach God. Bhakti is an emotional attachment or love towards God. True bhakti cannot find any difference between a devotee and God. God likes to live with such devotees. God likes to speak to the world through these devotees. Let us see. Shravana. This is a type of bhakti in which you always listen, Leela or glory about God. In this stage, you don't like to hear anything other than your God. All other worldly things don't enter your ears. You feel that you are in His presence. Kirtana. This is the type of bhakti in which you like to sing songs about God. You feel that God has given you the voice only to sing about Him. You don't like to use your voice for anything other than praising God. It is like what Narada Muni did. Smarana. This is the type of bhakti in which you always think about God. No other thought, no other interest. Remember Him every minute so that you can see Him in your inner self. Prahlada Bhakti on Lord Vishnu is a true example of it. Pada Sevana. This bhakti symbolizes leaving all your ahankar and asking God, Anyadha Saranam Nasti, Tvameva Saranam Mama. By leaving all ahankar and touching the feet of God, you never like to raise your head before God and always concentrate your eyes on the feet of God. You feel that your place is at the feet of God. You all know where Mata Lakshmi sits in front of Lord Vishnu. It symbolizes the true bhakti of our mother towards Lord Vishnu. Archana. It is the way of worshipping God in the way you wish by offering flowers, fruits, food, or even a drop of water. While sitting before God, it is important to pour your soul into your rituals. You feel that you are offering your soul in the form of a flower to God. Remember, only physical attitude without bhavana is useless. Namaskar. Namaskar is joining both hands and praying God. This posture symbolizes merging of two souls, your soul with divine. It is saying thanks to God for all the things He is giving to you. You should be grateful to God while doing namaskar. Your soul touches God with pure devotion. Dasya. This is a type of bhakti where you feel you are a slave to God. God is everything to you. You feel that you cannot do anything without the permission of God. In other words, you do only those karmas that your Swami will like. It is He who guides you every minute. If you feel that you are slave to God, you cannot do any act which God does not like. Lord Hanuman's bhakti towards Lord Rama is an example for this. Sakyatva. Feeling that God is your friend, mirror of your soul. You like to be with Him every minute, always thinking about Him and showing unconditional love without expecting anything in return from Him. You can share all happiness and sorrows with Him. It is like Arjuna to Lord Krishna. Atma Nivedana. Finding no difference between you and God. Surrendering to Him completely. Offering yourself means body, mind, and soul to God. This is the ultimate path to reach God. All yogis follow this path for reaching God. By following this, God will liberate you from all your sins. Sai completed and looked to the young boy and said, These are the different ways to show your bhakti. You can follow anyone, but remember, your final goal is reaching God and merging your senses with Him. The purity and honesty in devotion decides your destination. The young boy is pleased by the words and said, Baba, whenever God is sitting in front of us and blessing us like this, where else shall we go? Please accept me. He put his head on the feet of Sai. All the people bowed before Sai. Sai blessed them. All chanted,
त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देवदेव.
You alone are my mother. You alone are my father. You alone are my family. You alone are my friend. You alone is my knowledge. You alone is my wealth. You are everything to me. He who accepts every type of bhakti, he who is everything to you, he who is moksha pradata, surrender to him. Om Sai Ram. Every Thursday, I will post one chapter from my book, Sai in My Thoughts. Please watch. Thank you.